Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Raeann, or you can call me Ray. Today's video is going to be on these palettes are a part of the Butterfly collection, which is something that was introduced into Ulta stores. So it's a Colourpop and Ulta exclusive. You can only get these palettes and a bunch of other things at the Ulta stores. At least right now it's only in stores. Eventually I'm sure it'll be online. It'll probably start on Colourpop's website and then Ulta's website, and then eventually move on to Colourpop's website. But anyways, these things are gorgeous. I have a bunch of other different things there, a part of the collection. I did just buy the palettes, but I may go back and buy everything else. I don't have a problem. I might actually go back and get more things because everything is just so pretty. I can't help it. These retailed for I think $18 each. And basically they're kind of in 3 different color schemes. So we have the more purpley one, the more orangey one, and the more pinky one, which is this one here. So this video, we're going to do a look for each palette. So I start with the orangey palette, we do swatches, we do a look. Then I go into the more pinky palette, we do swatches, and then I do a look. And then I do swatches and a look with the more purpley palette. After I do the look, I kind of tell you guys how I feel about it. It isn't really a review by any means. It's just kind of like a, hey, this is just what happened sort of thing. Nothing too in-depth really, but just kind of like, oh, if anything happened, then this is what it was. This is how I felt, whatever. If you guys want to see the swatches or want to see all of the looks that I do, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so this is the first palette here. So this one is called a Flutter, and I believe this is the more orangey toned one. Let's hope I was right, because I just kind of looked at the boxes really fast and was like, I think this is the one I wanted to start with. So I'm going to start with the orangey one, make my way to the pink one, and then do the purple one as the last one. And then this packaging is so pretty. So it's basically the same as the box. The box has like a foil around the butterflies, where this has like textured glitter, which is really pretty. So there's no mirror in these. So this is where the mirror would be. I don't think, I guess most, or if not all, Colourpop palettes don't have mirrors. I don't know why I was surprised for a second. I should know this by now. And then this is the inside of the palette. So I was right. This is the more orangey toned palette. And let's go ahead and do the swatches. There definitely, I think, is repeat shades in here, like shades that are already existing. And then also there's 2 pressed glitters in here, so if that's something you don't like, I know there's a lot of opinions on the pressed glitters, so just know that there are 2 in this palette. And then so we're just going to swatch it this way, and this way. So the first shade is Hungry Ghost, so that's going to be one of your pressed glitters. Wow. They always look so pretty. I do think Hungry Ghost is an existing shade. I think there's there might be a few in here. This is the shade Transcend. So really not seeing much on here, just not picking up on my skin tone. The next one is Sidetracked. There we go. The next shade is Fly Away. The next shade is Satin Wings. So this is the first shade in the second row. The next shade is Chauffeur. It's a really pretty like orangey color. Yeah, that's so pretty. And then the next shade is going to be another pressed glitter. So like those always look so gorgeous, but I really have no use for those. A little bit of Chauffeur still on my finger, so that orangey part is just from there. This next shade is Dwindle. Trying to get these a little bit closer than what I started with. That first pressed glitter, I just went a little too ham. This next shade is Meteorite. So I'm trying to get those a little bit closer. Then Crisscross. I literally think this next one is just called Ooh. Oh my god, you know what it reminds me of is in Toy Story where the like little aliens are like ooh. That's what it reminds me of. I don't know if this is supposed to be ooh or literally like dot dot dot. I don't know. That one's so pretty though. It's super neon too, like especially in the pan. It's just so much brighter than all the other ones. And then the next one is called Swallowtail. So basically all the way down my arm now. Alright, so I'll get you guys a little bit closer. It's like a workout having to hold your arm up like that. Like, okay, so yeah, we definitely went all the way down the arm. So this is the glitter shade. That other shade's somewhere in here, but this is what everything is looking like so far. Pretty much, you know, they're pretty much like swatched out pretty good. A little patchy with the mattes, but nothing too crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this beautiful artwork off of my arms, and then I'm actually going to just start the look, and then I'll come back to show you guys what I've got so far and show you guys how to do it. So let's go ahead and get into this. You know, without any better descriptors, like let's just... Anyways, I feel like I'm sitting so weird in here. I'm using a different chair than normal, so I feel like I'm just like sitting a little bit differently. I need to get a new makeup chair or like a filming chair. So right now I'm using my gaming desk chair. So I'm a little relaxed, just hanging out. So if I'm sitting kind of funny, that is why. Okay, so we're gonna start with this shade here. So the next color we're going to go into is this shade right here. Essentially we're just deepening up what we already have. And we'll go back into that other shade to kind of blend everything out. Okay, so I'll go back into that other shade and just kind of buff everything. And then one thing that I did... if I can find the brush. So I went into the same shade we just used. So it's Meteorite, and just kind of focused it really, I don't know what I was gonna say, like really much. But just really focused it in this area here. Just because that's going to be the area that we're cutting out. And you just really want that to be nice and defined. And since it's not going to be a full cut crease, you really don't need it to go all the way out. But to have some definition is nice. And then again, just going into that lighter shade and just buffing it just a tiny bit. Okay, so from here, I'm going to cut out my crease and then I'll show you guys what I do with the rest of it. Okay, so... basically, the shade we're going to go into is this one here. And I didn't use like a glitter glue or anything, surprisingly. If you know me at all, you literally know that I just always use glitter glue every time I use a shimmer. I didn't do that. Don't know why. But to be honest, I don't really feel like I need it, so... the next shade is going to be this more orangey shimmer. I feel like I was going to tell you guys a story about how I got my nails done, and then I like didn't. So now I'm thinking about it now. But I also don't want this video to be hella long, so yeah. Okay, and the next shade is going to be the more pinky shimmer, so this one right here. Alright, so from there I'm just going to take that Satin Wing shade, that one that we first started out with. Kind of bring that back to life a little bit. Totally thinking of Evanescence right now. Not gonna sing it horribly, even though I really want to. But hopefully you guys are singing it with me now, even though I'm not actually singing it, you know? Okay, and then just going back into some of the shades I already used, so that Meteorite shade, and then that darker Crisscross shade, which is the one next to it. I'm just going to use that one just a tiny bit. And I'll show you guys what shade it was because I didn't actually use it earlier on camera, so I used that one there. So the shade that I used underneath is that really pretty like electric-y color, electric-y neon orangey color, like literally the color of the summer. Like that's what that reminds me of. So this one right here, even though it's not summer, it's basically winter, but you know. Took Sophie, my dog, on a really quick like rainy walk tonight, and I will say she loves walking in the rain. Like she just is crazy for it. It's the cutest thing in the world. So that's basically it. We're going to use a little bit more of that shimmer that I started out with. So the one that's in here, that Flyaway shade, just going to use that a little bit more and bring that down to the lower lash line a tiny bit. Again, on this eye here, we'll probably use a different highlight shade in the complete like inner corners, but this is basically it for the look. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, put some lashes on, and then show you guys what everything looks like afterwards. Oh, also, I have the biggest urge to smear either of these two glitter shades right in here. If you guys are feeling brave and you're actually going to try to do this look, you know, I'm not going to say do it, but if you're feeling brave, don't do it still. But anyways, that's something that I probably, possibly, maybe would do. Not going to do it today. I need to survive through 2 other looks in the same night, so I'm not feeling saucy. We're not going to do it. That would have been something that I possibly would have done, but not today. Alright, so I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup, show you guys what everything looks like. I always do this. I will be back. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm gonna get you guys a tiny bit closer, but like not too close because this eyelash is not staying on for much longer. It like is doing its own little thing. And I've got 2 other palettes to work with. We are gonna just go really fast with this look and then get into the swatches for the other palettes. Alright, so this is the finished look. Yeah, this eyelash is just not cooperating. But yeah, not bad. I really like the color scheme in this palette so far. I just love orangey tones. I love like the kind of corally like neon colors. So I just really like the color story of this palette and this look overall. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the other 2 palettes. Okay, so the next one I want to show you guys is going to be the pink one, basically. I'm just going to call them by like orange, pink, and purple because that's what I see. This one's called Gimme Butterflies. These names are so cute. I mean, they have the best packaging, they have the best, like, I want to say titles, but just everything has the best name, basically. Like, it's just so cute. Oh my god. I know I already said this earlier, but I got my nails done, and they aren't that long. Like, they're really not that long, but because I've literally been living on stubs for, a little over a year, I don't know how to handle myself. So let's open this up. Sorry. Alright, so this is the front of it. So they're all very similar in how the outside of the packaging looks. Obviously there are differences, layout and everything, but for the most part still pretty similar. Then this is what the inside looks like. Get you guys a little bit closer. And this is basically the pink version of the palette. So there's an orange one, a pink one, and a purple one. That is just how I categorized it. So this one does have two pressed glitters. So let's see. I want to say, I'm sure there's some of these that are like repeat shades from other palettes, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and just get into the swatches. So I do kind of have some staining from the last time I did the swatches. I'll just go ahead and just roll with it anyways. But the first one, so again, we're just gonna go this way, this way, this way. I'll read you guys the swatch name, or the shadow names. So this first one is going to be your catch. Just like your standard kind of highlight shade. The next shade is over it. I actually did the other ones a little bit closer, so I'm going to zoom you guys in. And it's a little helpful for me because when it's so far away, I can't completely see it, so it's good. Except now we're like super close, so hey guys. And the next shade is going to be Woke. And Making Moves. Ooh, that's like a fuchsia. And then Fair Play. Oh god, too close. What am I doing with my life? I think we'll... maybe I'll redo it. I don't know, it's bothering me now. I think I did that the last one too. I just got a tiny bit too close. Of course, I'm getting staining, so... Okay, better. I slightly have my life together now. Okay, so that was Making Moves. This is Fair Play. Trying not to do the same thing I just did. So a little, that one's a little tiny bit muted. Then this next shade, so this is like a, what kind of shade is this? It's like, it's not a pressed glitter, but it's like, it's different. It's not just a shimmer. It's definitely like thicker than their normal. I guess maybe this is technically a Super Shock. I'm not sure what this one's considered, but it definitely is a different consistency than the other shimmers in here. Then this is another pressed glitter, or this is the first pressed glitter that we have in here. So that is the shade Get Lost. This next one is in Glider. Oh, that's so pretty. We're for sure gonna have to use that one. Alright, so this next shade is another pressed glitter. Not the best application. My arm's a little bit wet from a makeup wipe. There we go. Okay, so that's Overpacked. This next shade is in Labyrinth. Oh good, too close. You know, I'm just not a good like on camera swatcher. Clearly I don't have my life together. Let me dry that and then let's try that again. Okay, so this next shade again is Labyrinth. But let's do that one more time. Okay, much better. Perfect. This next shade is Skipper. Ooh. That one's pretty too. And this last shade is in the shade Bloomin'. So super, super pretty. Let's get you guys closer. Alright, so this is everything so far. Some of the matte shades are a tiny bit patchy on here. And again, not the best swatches on my part. I'm learning. We'll get there eventually. Alright, so those are the swatches. I'm going to go ahead and clean my arm off to the best of my ability. Because, you know, whew, we're going to stain for sure. But yeah, I'll go ahead and start one of the eyes and then show you guys what I got. That reminds me of that episode of Rick and Morty where it's like, show me what you got, or whatever they say, show us what you got, something like that. It's like those big old like floating heads. Anyways, let's get into this. Okay, so this is kind of the gist of things, you know, I always say that. Anyway, let's go ahead and just dive into it. So I'll point to the shades and we'll go from there. Again, super tempted to use those glitters, but not today. Not today. Alright, so the first shade I'm dipping into is this Skipper shade. Let me get my seashell mirror. I need more of these little compact things because they're hecka cute, and I need more of them. I think I got this one at like TJ Maxx like a long time ago. And by a long time ago, I mean like a couple months ago when I first started filming. Ugh. A little fuzzy thing flying around. You guys ever like jinxed yourself while you were doing your makeup? You're like, oh my god, this is like the best whatever I've ever done before. So I essentially tried to do a cut crease on this side, and it was perfect. Like, the concealer was the best I've ever done, and then something went horribly wrong where I tried to fix something. That's usually your first mistake, especially with the cut crease, at least for me, is you try to fix it. It's kind of like when you're doing eyeliner, you know? You try to fix it and then you do something and then it just completely goes downhill from there. That's kind of what happened. So I don't know what I did, but I like basically felt like I like turned around and was like, what happened? So from that shade, I'm gonna go into, I legitimately don't remember what shade I went into. I think it was this Woke shade. I think it was that one. Because either that one or the Labyrinth shade. Yeah, it was totally that Woke shade. Okay, cool. I dipped into Labyrinth at first and was like, wait a minute. This doesn't seem right. Alright, perfect. Okay, so from there, I go into this lighter shade. So from there, similar to the other look, I'm just taking that same shade and making sure it's very prominent right in this area here. Alright. Okay, so basically from here I just cut out the crease, say that lightly, and then I will pop back on and show you guys the rest of it. Okay, so we're ready. Maybe. Maybe not. If I wasn't such a hot mess when it came to filming, you guys would be ashamed if you saw the desk underneath me right now. Like, some of you would even be disgusted because it is a hot mess, and I have a tendency not to clean after every time I film, so it's a little dirty, a little messy, little things are a little bit everywhere. Okay, so we're gonna go into this Over It shade. And where the heck is my mirror? There it is. I forgot, like, looking at this now, I just forgot how much I love pink eyeshadow. Okay, so I need a little bit more than that. I haven't been using a glitter primer this whole video. I'm struggling. I don't know why I'm not using it, but I feel like I'm going against a major coat of mine right now. Though these shades definitely do build up. And oh my god, I'm using a brush. Also, you know, I'm just a changed woman. I'm just evolving. Things are changing. I don't know. Okay, that's okay. I think that's fine. That's so funny though, because those are two things that are almost constants in the way that I do my makeup, and I don't know. Okay, so the next shade we're gonna go into is this Wing shade. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't know what kind of shade this is, but it's a little flaky and it will get everywhere. Literally, it'll get everywhere. This honestly would probably be one of those shades that would be killer, literally killer, like applied with your finger. Why I'm not doing that now, no idea. Alright, and then from there, went back into this glider shade. Every time I think of the word glider, I think of a sugar glider and how cute they are. They're so cute. And then what I did on the other eye after I put some of this on was, let me show you guys. 1 second. Okay. So from there I put a little bit of that winged shade. So the shade that we just used before that, and just kind of that over top of that. And from there, just used a little bit more of that glider shade. And then I just go back into all of the other shades that we used in the crease area. So it'd be that Skipper shade and then the Woke shade, just kind of going back into those. From there I just used the glider shade right under here. I'm so descriptive, it's actually crazy, you guys. Alright, and that's almost sort of basically it. Let's see. So I'm gonna go into this highlighty shade. So your catch, that's gonna go under the brow bone a little bit. And then I took a bunch of it and just put that right in here. In the inner corner. I need a little bit more over here. And just take a little bit more under the eye. And then I also used the Colourpop liner in the waterline. Finish up the rest of my makeup and I'll show you guys what everything looks like with lashes. Okay, so this is the finished look. So I had a different lip on. I took it off and then my lips started bleeding. So I don't know what happened exactly, but like I cut my lip somehow and it just keeps bleeding. So yeah, no, I tried to put a different lip on after the fact. I like waited a little bit and I tried to put something else on. I didn't like it and I took it off and my lip started bleeding again. So this is why I got the little glossy lip going on, just like the other look. I wanted to do more of a pink lip, but I have this situation going on, so we're not going to. Alright, so let's get you guys a little bit closer. Okay, so this is the finished look. Alright, so this is it. I feel like the lashes kind of hide like what's going on, you know? But overall, this look was fairly simple. I don't really have any complaints with any of the shades or anything like that. Obviously, I didn't use all of them in here, so, but everything I used was really easy to work with. This winged shade is very crumbly and soft. I don't know what kind of shadow it actually is, because it's definitely different than the other shimmers in there, so I don't know if it's like a super shock or what it is, but it is very chunky, it is very flaky, it does have a lot of fallout. Overall, it is a really pretty shade, but that's just something to note. Other than that, I didn't have any problems with any of the shades in the palette so far. I don't know why I'm just like casually holding this up. So yeah, I didn't really have any problems with anything else. I will say, like, although I like the way this looks and I was excited about the pink shades, I'm definitely more drawn to the first one, but I think that's just a personal preference, and then I just like those orangey tones on me a little bit better than the pinky tones, and it's just something that I tend to work with a little bit more. But out of the two, I'm definitely leaning towards the first one a little bit more. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this off and then go on to the third and final palette. Okay, so I'm a little stained. It's fine. But, you know, I'm gonna prime my eyes in a little bit, so I'm not super worried about it right now. Again, with these boxes and my nails, I just can't. I don't know how I'm supposed to live like this. I'm so dramatic sometimes. Okay, all the time. But anyways, I'm gonna prime my lids in a little bit, so right now I just look like a mellow version of Gerard Way back in the day, you know? Okay. So this next palette is this one right here, and I'm really excited for this one too. I mean, I was excited for all of them, but all of them look beautiful, beautiful staining right now. But this one, I'm actually really excited for this one. So this one is called Butter Me Up, right? Yep. And this is the inside of it. Like, look at how beautiful that is. It's very, I don't know, I love the darker shades in here. I feel like the other shades don't have as much of a like darker tone to them as this one does, so for sure gonna play with that because that's exciting. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into, let's just show you guys, let's just make sure that I actually got a good close-up of that. So this is what it looks like. Look at my nails. I love them. Okay. Go ahead and swatch this baby. So the first shade is called the Big 3. Again, another highlighty shade. Ooh, that one's really pretty. The next shade is Fleet. Feel like since we're already nearing the end of this video, I've finally got my swatching down. It only took me all video, but it's called Silk Street. This next one is called Overpacked. Totally read it as Oyster Packed, and I don't know why. This is just one of the press glitters. I've kind of learned so far with the press glitters, I'm not going to get the most beautiful swatch in the whole entire world, so we're just going to keep going. The next shade is Stay Golden. I'm confused, this isn't golden. Next one after this is Island Hopping, another pressed glitter. Yeah, not getting much, but pressed glitters are hard to swatch unless you just keep sitting there packing it on, and we're just gonna pass through that. Ooh, this shade, like, okay, that's beautiful. Alright, so let's go ahead and swatch that. Oh my god. Okay, for sure using that shade tonight. It's called On a Whim. On a Whimsy. On a Whimsy. Never mind, On a Whimsy. The next shade is Paradiso. I'm probably not saying that correctly. Ooh, that one's pretty too. And the next shade is Made to Last. I don't know why I enunciated like that. Next shade is Details. Alright. Night Dream, which is the sparkly black color. Nice. Almost all the way down my arm, totally fine. The next shade is Reckless. Ooh, that one's really pretty. Now you guys are a little bit closer, you can see the swatches. This one actually is super pretty to me. It's a little bit different than what I was expecting. I had seen, I mean, obviously I saw them on display, but in general, compared to the other two, this one is just a little bit more on the like grungy, darker side, which I can appreciate. So the other ones are very monochromatic. And this one is a little bit, but definitely feels like there's a little more variety in it and a little bit of a darker tone than the other ones. Okay, gonna go ahead and prime my lids, start one of the eyes, and then come back and show you guys. Okay, so I just want to tell you guys, this might be one of my favorite looks I've ever done. Like, I am not bullshitting you. I think I love this look. Like, obviously it's a little messy right now, but I like it a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So obviously I still have staining from the other look. You know, that just happens when you're doing a million looks all in one, so sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into this Silk Street color, so this one right here. I don't know why that color reminded me of the Backstreet Boys, but it reminds me of the Backstreet Boys. Well, because it has street in it, but you know. Now I'm singing the Backstreet Boys away. You know, I've gotta entertain myself somehow when it's literally just me in here for like hours. I mean, I'm talking to you guys, but you know. So it's funny because my mom was like, yeah, you just sit in a room and you talk to yourself, and I'm like, no, I'm talking to people, they're just not there or responding. But I'm talking to you guys. I don't know, I just thought that was really funny, and it's just like, yes, but no, I don't know. It's hard to explain. So that's basically where we're going with that. Oh, I still have like pink over here. So from there, we're gonna dip into this shade right here, so Stay Golden. next color we're going to go into is going to be this Reckless shade. So this one right here. Felt like I held that very recklessly. And that's going to be our shade that's going to deepen up everything. And actually what I did earlier was I took a bigger, fluffier brush and did this. And then I went in with the smaller brush. Okay, and then go in with the smaller one. Okay, so that's basically it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my crease and then I will be back. So let's go ahead and finish this look up. Oh my god, still dropping a million things. You guys, that's actually embarrassing. I have no idea how long that was there. Probably a while. Let's be real, probably a while. Alright, well, anyways. So, let's see. The next thing to do. Okay, and of course, this situation wasn't as easy as the other one and didn't cooperate as much. Makes me sad. Alright, so the next shade we're going to go into is going to be this silvery shade here. So, you know, the one that I told you guys we needed to use because we needed to use it. So we're going to go into that shade. Actually, you know what, I'm just going to show you guys now so we can just kind of speed through it a little bit. So I'm going to go into this silver shade. From the silver shade I'm going to mix it into this pink shade, and then from the pink shade we're going to go into the purple shade. From the purple shade I will let you guys know once we get there. Alright, so again, starting with the silvery shade and just patting that on. So from that shade, actually I just need to kind of put that in here more. From that shade we'll go into the pink shade, and I'm just kind of keeping everything on the same brush to hopefully help blend it in. And then we'll slowly start to pat our way into the silver. Trying to bring it out as far as I did the other eye, but still while making it look good. Pretty sure these two eyes are totally different shapes. Not totally different shapes, but like, I don't know. Alright, I think that's pretty good. So just try to blend that in to the silver shade. And then go back into the silver shade a tiny bit. Then from there, I'll go into that purpley shade. I do think I need a little bit more of that pink shade. Okay, that's a little bit better. From there, we're gonna go into that one of the purple shades we started with earlier. So that's the Silk Street, I think. I think it's the first one we started with. From Silk Street, go into Stay Golden, which was this one out here. And from Stay Golden, we're gonna go into Reckless. And I'm not showing you guys just because these are all shades. I think, yeah, all the shades we've used before. Perfect. So from there, I feel like I talk like an old Wisconsin lady every once in a while. I'm not from Wisconsin. And I'm not that old, you know? So we're going to take that Stay Golden shade. So that one we were just using. One that's on the outer part of everything. And just running that under here. Alright, and from here we're going to use this shade. Oh my god, if I can hold things right. This shade right here. So it's called the Big 3. I am not using that brush though. 1 second. I can't find brush. So I'll also go in our inner corner a little bit. And this shade is mighty pigmented. And it's a little bit more than I needed, so oops. But inner corner, Bring it down a little bit. Perfect. I put a little too much up there, but we'll survive. We'll be okay. Alright, so that's basically it for this look. I'm going to go ahead and put lashes on and finish the rest of my face. And yeah. I really want to do like a big wing with this, but I'm also tired, so probably not going to do a big wing with this. We'll see. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. I'll show you guys actually before that, just kind of a quick rundown really fast of the palette. So I really like this color scheme so far. This one and the more orangey one are my favorites. The pink one was good, but personally I do like this one and the other one a little bit better. I just really love when like silvery shades are included with more colorful shades. I think it's really fun. And it's kind of a challenge to something that you wouldn't normally think of doing. So I honestly, like, I appreciate the hell out of that. Like, I love when silvery shades are included in more colorful palettes. I adore it. So I was super excited to see these colors together. And yeah, I think this is kind of, I'm not going to say neutral, but it does have a little more neutral elements to it than the other ones do, while still having the same, like, monochromatic, like, color pops to it, I guess. It still is a more like purpley base like palette, and yeah, it's really pretty. I'm trying to decide if I like this one or the other one better. As far as looks go, this one's definitely my favorite out of all of them in this video. I can like hands down tell you that. But this and the first palette, the more orangey one, are tied for first place right now because I'm not sure what one I like better. And then the other one is good too, but again, it's just not really a color scheme that I'm like in awe over. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup, and that'll pretty much be it for the rest of the video. Okay, so we're back. I'm just gonna make this really fast because my eyelashes are wanting to come off and they're all crusty and gross. And yeah, so basically this is the finished look. We are not getting close because I'm ready to take these eyelashes off and they're ready to like walk away. So this is the finished look. Alright, so yes, I need to like literally take these off right now. I like put too much glue and I'm just, so this is the last look of the night and I'm gonna go to bed after this, so I'm kind of just like, take these off of my face, please. But yeah. So this is the finished look. This is honestly my favorite one out of all of them. As far as the color schemes for the palettes too, I think this one would rank number one. So number one, this is the more purpley palette. The second one would be the more orangey one. And the last but not least, this more pinky one. So basically my general reasoning for it is just based off of color palette. I feel like all of these palettes worked great. So I don't really, I mean, I didn't use all of the shades in every single one, but from what I got to use, I have no complaints. They feel like your standard Colourpop palette. I feel like they don't change their formula that often, so or I mean, not that they haven't done it that I know of, I don't know. Their products are really consistent, so I really don't have any complaints as far as the actual quality goes. So this is just based off of color scheme, and that's just kind of what I'm feeling so far. It would be in that order. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. I was just so excited to see that they were coming out with more like Ulta Colourpop exclusives. I think that's just, I don't know, it's just kind of neat. And when I saw a post on Instagram about it, and I was like, the next day or like even that day, I was like, I went to my Ulta and was like, do you guys have it? So they actually just put it in store today, which today is Sunday, and I went to the store and I got them immediately because it's like, yes. I might actually even go and get the rest of the collection so I can make a video for you guys. I haven't decided for sure if I'm going to, but it is something that I'm interested in. They have a bunch of different lips and all of that stuff, so I might be getting some of those as well for you guys to just hang out and make another video. But yeah, overall, I think these are just so beautiful. They're just beautiful. Like, I can't even elaborate on it. When I saw them, I was like, those are gorgeous. So they really are. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. I'm blinking and awkward, and yeah. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.